Dramatic music fades out as the camera pans across a night market filled with various electronics, clothing and souvenirs, all displaying a familiar label, Made in China. A slow and thoughtful voice begins to speak over images of phone chargers, earphones and multivitamins bearing the same label. From chargers and smartphones to toys, clothes, and even kitchen tools, everywhere you look, one label appears again and again, Made in China. In today's world, this label seems like more than just a country of origin. For many, it's become a stamp of quality, or rather the lack of it. A single glance at a product, and we can tell if it's going to last 2 months or 2 years. And while most of us try to avoid anything labeled Made in China, others don't think twice before buying it. So here is the question that's on everyone's mind: are Chinese products really low quality, or have we misunderstood the game? The scene shifts to a series of sweeping shots of huge factories, towering skyscrapers, and bustling ports like Shanghai. We see robots assembling parts on a production line, workers packing boxes with precision, and ships loading up for international shipping. China isn't just a country that makes things. It's the factory of the world. Over 28% of global industrial production comes from China. That means nearly 1 in every 3 products around us is made there. From simple electronics to complex machinery, China produces it all. But does that mean they compromise on quality? You might think so. All those low-cost items flooding our markets and online stores seem to support this idea. But what if we looked beyond the price tag? What if we dug deeper into the story behind these products? After all, China manufactures everything from cheap plastic toys to high-end luxury cars. So why do some of these products fall apart after a few uses while others stand the test of time? The scene changes to showcase both sides of the coin, starting with cheap, poorly made products followed by their high-end Chinese counterparts. China builds based on what the customer wants. Want something super cheap? They'll give it to you. Want something high-end? They've got that too. So maybe the problem isn't quality. Maybe the problem is, what are we asking for? The scene shifts, focusing on different stakeholders in the global trade network. We see traders importing goods, buyers bargaining in the market, and online shoppers searching for the lowest price option. Each person plays a role in shaping the final product we receive. If a Chinese product breaks easily, is it China's fault? Or the importer who asked for the cheapest possible version? Or maybe it's us, the consumers, always chasing the lowest price. The scene broadens to show China's growing influence beyond manufacturing, highlighting their investments in infrastructure, factories in other countries, and new trade routes. An animated map comes to life, showcasing China's expanding reach through investments in Africa, new road networks, and signed trade deals. China isn't just exporting goods. It's investing, building factories in other countries, creating global trade routes. China is playing the game smart. But the real question is, are we playing our game? The scene changes to a montage of everyday life featuring 6 distinct individuals. Each person represents a segment of society impacted by Chinese products. A seasoned local trader animated as a businessman, a skeptical consumer, a young online shopper, a successful engineer, a busy professional, and a stay-at-home mom. As each character comes to life, we hear their thoughts on Chinese products and their role in our lives. Trader: people want cheap stuff. So I import cheap stuff from China. Consumer: not all Chinese things are bad, but I'm always skeptical. Young man: I buy cheap clothes because I don't care about quality. If it breaks, I'll just throw it away. Engineer: I've worked with Chinese tech that competes with Europe's best. Mom: some products are good. Others break after a week. Stay-at-home mom: I want things that are affordable and decent quality. I wish there was more of that. The scene shifts, bringing together all the animated characters in a dialogue. Their thoughts overlap as they discuss their experiences with Chinese products, creating a sense of confusion and uncertainty. We want cheap clothes, but complain when they tear after a few washes. We love the latest gadgets for their low price, but ask for a refund when they malfunction. We use cheap plastic toys, then blame China when our kids get hurt. How long will we keep playing this game? At what point do we say enough? Aren't we all part of the problem? The scene widens to include the globe once again, highlighting how the conversation extends beyond personal choices and affects global trade dynamics. The animation shifts from static to dynamic, showing the world spinning, emphasizing the interconnectedness of our global village. The world keeps spinning. Trends come and go, but one thing stays constant: China's rise on the world stage. It's undeniable. It's a force to be reckoned with. Today, China is no longer the underdog. It's a giant flexing its muscles, and the rest of the world better take notice. While others slumbered, China studied the playbook, learned the rules of the game, and made moves that shook the foundations of global power. Now it's making a claim that resonates across continents: this world is ours for the taking. Watch us if you can. The focus zooms into China on the animated map, emphasizing the country's prominent position in the global arena. The camera continues to zoom in until it's centered on China, signifying the country's growing influence and importance on the world stage. This isn't about good vs bad. It's a system. A two-player game. China knows how to play. But do we? What if the real issue isn't the label "Made in China"? What if it's the assumptions we've let define our view of Chinese products? What if the key to understanding lies in recognizing that we're not just victims of circumstance, but active participants in a global game? A game where every move, every decision counts. The narrative we tell ourselves about China's role in our lives is a choice. The perspective we adopt shapes our experience. Perhaps it's time to rewrite that narrative, to challenge our assumptions and redefine our relationship with the world's factory. After all, the global truth rarely has just one side. Understanding China's role in our lives requires us to look beyond the surface, to delve into the complexities that define our global village. Let's do just that. Let's dig deeper and uncover the multifaceted reality behind Made in China. The screen goes black, and the narrator speaks in a softer, more reflective tone. As the globe continues to spin in the background, we see close-ups of people from different cultures, symbolizing the interconnectedness of our world. The pace slows down, inviting viewers to pause and think critically. In a world driven by global trade, it's easy to point fingers. But what if we shifted our focus to solutions? What if we started viewing global challenges through a lens of collaboration rather than conflict? In a world where differences often divide us, let's embrace the power of unity. Let's stand together as a global community, acknowledging that our collective strength lies in our diversity, our shared humanity. By embracing unity, we can bridge divides, dismantle stereotypes, and build a future where collaboration paves the way for progress. Let's start this journey today, not as separate nations, but as a global family united by a common purpose: a brighter, more sustainable future for all. It begins with each one of us. Embrace unity. Be the change you want to see in the world. Together, we can build a global community that thrives on understanding, cooperation, and mutual respect. Remember, in the grand tapestry of life, we are all interconnected. Our actions, big and small, have ripple effects that touch the lives of countless others. Let's use this understanding to drive positive change, to create a world that reflects the beauty of our shared humanity. We live in an age where knowledge is power. And yet, how many of us are truly informed? In a world dominated by sound bites and superficial discussions, it's easy to get lost in the noise. But there's a beacon that cuts through the clutter, a platform that promises to elevate our understanding of global issues, one fact, one insight at a time. Think Again is more than just a channel. It's a movement towards enlightenment. With each video, it challenges us to confront our biases, to question our assumptions, and to embrace the beauty of intellectual honesty. So if you're ready to break free from the shackles of ignorance, if you're eager to embark on a journey of enlightenment, join the Think Again movement. Subscribe to the channel and let the pursuit of knowledge begin. Your thirst for understanding fuels our journey. Together, let's quench that thirst with the finest vintage of knowledge. It's more than just a drink. It's a toast to clear thinking in a world that often wants you to look away.